Pull up this carburetor. We're gonna need a couple 10 mils and maybe a 10 mil wrench. See what it's doing. Doesn't want to start. Sometimes it'll start and then it just dies. Can't give it any gas. Some carburetors don't have these nuts on them, just the cheaper ones usually don't. Get this thing in reverse. Let me just hold the nut on that side. And it's falling. Thing here. Hold the nut. Okay. So now, take your bolt. Always take these 3 pieces and put them on the magnet. There's the other nut. All you gotta do here, throttle cap unscrews. Getting gas on your tools, goddammit. Pull it out like that. Make sure your fuel is off. There's your carburetor. We're gonna clean that. Move this stuff aside because I'm gonna come right back here in a little while. Just gonna take this, turn it upside down in the trash can, let it drain out. Roll this outside. First, not hitting the engine. Turn it on to reserve. Let it dump out. Phillips screwdriver. Take off all 4 bowl nuts. You should really clean the outside of it first. I hit it with the air compressor. Get carb spray on it either. Best thing I can do for it is put it back in here so that it stays in its shape and doesn't fucking stretch out. Get your float pin right here. Push that out. Pull out your float needle and your float. This idle jet must just be clogged, and that's probably it, guys. So you got the idle jet right here. It could just be this intake side that's clogged in the idle circuit too. So there's the idle jet. Y'all see it wouldn't start? This main jet's pretty clear, but this idle jet's all clogged up. Make sure you're getting flow through these so you can see it spray out. This is a choke. There's the idle. Oops. Smell all the old gas that came out of there. Want to put a compressor on it if it's got some sort of rubber diaphragm, because it'll pop that sumbitch like a balloon. See how big the hole is in that? Wasn't before. All these are clear. This thing got this tiny little idle jet, it's clear. So are all the other ones. The main jet back in the main jet now. Make sure your screwdriver's clean when you put it back together so you don't contaminate it. This isn't a factory CRF carb, by the way. We put one of these 100, the Mikuni VM26s on it to give us some more everything. This little rubber tit you don't want to get carb spray on because it'll swell up. But to put it back together, that clip goes over the tab and the float needle hangs, and then you set it into the little inlet for the fuel. Put the float pin all the way back through. Make sure that it ain't seizing up. As you can see, it's not. Just like that. Put your screws back in. That's why. As you can see, the 3 of the screws are rusty and one of them's nice and new looking. That's because these 3 had sand on them from the ocean, and this one didn't. So that's what difference leaving your bike dirty for like 45 days will do, because I washed it but you can see that one's clean as a whistle. And these are all ruined. Or not ruined, but rusty. So that carb's clean. Let's see if it works. I got my carb spray in my rag. I got this throttle slide and needle. Make sure it's not all filthy and that it works properly. More equipment on it, and it does. There's a little guide tab right down in there. It's usually opposite the idle screw. So there's your idle screw. It's the opposite side of it, right across from that stud. This long piece goes in there. And if you can't look in your carburetor and see that the slide is in it, then it ain't in wrong. Right. That needs to be all the way down. Some people put it in with this turned and it won't go in, and then they wonder why it's got wide open throttle. Tighten that up. I ordered an air filter, but I don't have it here. We go on the back side. Just clear all this out the way. I know this isn't your typical CRF110 guy. You're expecting. Easiest way to do it in my memory was to hold it right here with one finger. I see those pliers right next to them. That one's tight. That one's tight. And the carb's on there tight, everything's back together. Usually I replace the fuel filter and line. I'm not going to. Right now, fuel line's on. See if she wants to run now. Fuel. This plug's gnarly. These CRF110s take kind of a plug that they don't have in a lot of places. I don't have one here right now. And this carb worked great on this thing in the summertime, but I'm wondering if it ain't gonna work in the wintertime for it, because it ain't liking it. And the carb is 100% clean. I burned them up before without it, guys. You better use it. Some filter oil, because otherwise you're gonna chuck a bunch of dirt and just dust them rings off. Just sand them down. Here's the old one. Imagine all the sand that would have been inside of that if I hadn't oiled it. But because I oil it, catches everything. Also, this is old, really old. But if I had some water around here, see, look here. About 90% of it goes right off. Just rub rain like that real good. Wear gloves because it's really sticky.